Welcome to the Massive Loop Avatar tutorial. In this quick video, we'll cover the basics of uploading an avatar to help you get started. We'll be using two in-house avatars that we already have FBXs for. Please ensure that you have an FBX file of your avatar before getting started. As always, if you have any questions or need any help, please feel free to jump into our community Discord server. On to our first step. You'll need to head over to our website and log in using your Massive Loop account to make an entry for your avatar. From the landing page, click on the Massive Loop drop-down server menu. After that, click on Avatars. Then click on the yellow Create Avatar button. You will then need to input and select the type of avatar that you are planning on uploading. Once you've done this, you can click on your avatar entry in the My SDK Avatars list and manually edit the privacy settings of it. Next, you'll need to open up Unity and import our Massive Loop SDK Unity package in order to upload an avatar. If you have not set up a Unity editor with our SDK yet, please refer to this page. Click and drag your FBX model into the Unity project window. After this, you'll need to click on that model. Then, within the inspector, please ensure that model's animation type is set to humanoid. This can be found under the Rig tab. Next, within the Model tab, ensure that you are importing blend shapes in the correct size relative to your model. You may need to adjust the size of this model if it's too big or small. Remember that each unit in Massive Loop is 1 meter. The maximum allowed size for avatars is 5 meters in height, whereas the minimum is half a meter in height. After this, drag your model into the scene. You'll want to ensure that the model is facing towards the positive Z direction, and you'll want to set its position to 0, 0, 0. Right-click on your object within the hierarchy and unpack it. Now, drag the avatar root game object from the scene back down to your file explorer to create a Unity prefab. Open your newly created prefab and add our avatar component. This will generate a new set of objects that are vital to making your avatar compatible with Massive Loop. You must manually position these objects on your avatar. It is heavily recommended that you utilize the symmetrical hands option. The eye will be shown as a yellow ball. Place this so it is just in front of the middle of your avatar's face. Typically, a great spot to move this ball is just at the bridge of their nose. For your avatar's left hand, move the left hand anchor to be between the thumb and the index finger, generally towards the palm. Now, rotate it so that the positive Z axis points in the direction of their fingers. Please ensure that the positive Y axis points to global positive Z axis, as seen here. Before you upload your avatar, you may need to adjust its size. If you've changed the scale of the FBX prior to this, change the scale modifier in the descriptor to reflect the inverse change of them. If you haven't changed the scale of the FBX file, leave the scale modifier in the avatar descriptor as 1. Our SDK package comes with animation controllers that are ready to attach to your avatar. These are default generic animations, but you can make your own animations if you wish. There are 2 layers of animation controllers we need to attach to this avatar. For the base layer, we need to select the ML default locomotion controller. This will control the movement animations. For the second layer, find the ML default hand controller. This will control the animations on your avatar's hands. When uploading an avatar, setting up eye and mouth simulation by Zeems is optional. You are not required to rig up mouth movements if you do not wish to. With that, adding these features will enable your avatar to be much more interactive. There are several different ways that you can go about enabling mouth simulation. In this tutorial, we'll focus on the Zeems blend shapes, since these are more widely used. If you already have an avatar with Zeems, it will be as easy as choosing the skinned mesh renderer in the avatar descriptor component and pressing the detect button. If you don't, no problem. You can create your own Zeems in Blender. onto eye simulation. If you want to make your avatar move their eyes and blink, you can go into the blink properties menu seen here. There are several different blink mechanics that you can select from. Each of these mechanics have standard properties that appear across each of them, such as minimum blink time, maximum blink time, and blink speed. From the skin mesh renderer you've selected, we'll choose the eye close blend shape. If you want your avatar to perform eye movement simulation, you'll need to update the settings for that underneath the fixation properties section. When it comes to bone transform, there are two specific properties here, the left and right eye. We will assign left and right eye transforms that will rotate the bones of these eyes. There are common properties between these two options, such as the rotation number for the Z, X, and Y axes, as well as the fixation time, skate duration, and fixation power. Here's what a complete avatar with full functionality will look like. Now let's look at the performance score. Our SDK determines a performance score for each avatar. The performance score is calculated based on multiple factors. Each category will be shown underneath performance, within the avatar descriptor. Within our SDK main menu, ensure that you've logged into your Massive Loop account. After that, go to the Avatar tab. Here, you will see a list of your SDK avatars. Select the one you've created earlier. Next, choose the prefab. You should see a list of avatars that have the avatar descriptor component. Select your avatar's prefab and hit the upload button. If you want to set the privacy settings of your avatar, go to our website and revisit your avatar entry. Next, click on the small pencil icon. You should see the status of your avatar. You can change this status to be inactive, privately active, or publicly active. Now, to test out your avatar, jump into Massive Loop and click on the My Avatars button within the Avatar menu. And there you have it. Tune in to part 2 of this avatar tutorial, where we will cover more advanced features, such as full body tracking, gestures, and more.